So hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about DPS. And I also want to ask you a question. It would be absolutely lovely if you could answer me in the comment section, because I'm generally curious as to what people think about this, how people feel about it. Alright? So the question is, how do you guys feel about not really having control over your DPS? Now yes, you still have to pull off your rotation, but your DPS will vary wildly, will go up and down on a pull-by-pull basis because of all the procs we have nowadays. Whether they are baked into your class, like the Star Search charges for Boomkins, or they are a set bonus, like the Bestial Wrath, that can reset for BM Hunters if you have the set bonus, or it's the RPPM trinkets, or your weapon enchants, or whatever it is. How do you guys feel about that? Now, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just different, and unfortunately for me, it takes some of the fun away from doing DPS. Because, well, no matter what I do, my gear will always do so much more than I ever can. Now, this is a result of the ability pruning and some of the simplifying they've done to certain classes. Just look at Arms Warriors, am I right? You know, you keep your Rend up, then you do Colossus Smash, then you do Mortal Strike, and then you Whirlwind if you have enough rage. If boss is below 20% health, you execute, you know, that's it. But this isn't the only thing that came out of the ability pruning and the whole class simplification thing. The encounters we have in Warlords of Draenor are fantastic, unless they're called Iron Maidens. Bloody hell, that fight is boring, even on Mythic. Would you believe that? I couldn't. Don't forget to bring a pillow. Iron Maidens. TM. But the rest of the encounters, they are fantastic. Now, the idea behind this is that you will focus less on your class and more on the encounter, which is a good thing on paper, in my opinion. Because classes and specs, they don't change outside of expansion packs. Encounters, however, do. So, that means it's more diverse. You're having more fun because you're focusing on different things. Unfortunately, that only works in raids and on certain boss fights. Let's just say once again, you are an arms warrior because you just cannot get that second two-handed weapon. You have to be arms because you just don't have that weapon. And you have to fight Gruul. And suddenly it all breaks down, this whole we're gonna have difficult bosses with interesting mechanics, so you have to focus on that instead of focusing on your class. With Gruul you don't have that. So suddenly you're playing a pretty dull class, which is the arms warrior, I'll just say, and you are fighting Gruul, which is pretty dull. So the mechanics aren't there, and your class isn't really that interesting in that fight, and you are not having that much fun. You are kind of bored, you know? It's just a patchwork fight. It's a vanilla patchwork fight. And it's not just arms warriors fighting Gruul or whatever it is. You know, it's the problem with Iron Maidens as well. Why is the Iron Maidens fight so boring? Well, because 6 people are having fun on the boats, while the other 14 people are just standing underneath them, dodging bombs. That's all we're doing. We're doing the Hygen dance, but with bombs. Or Beast Mastery Hunters. The best Beast Mastery Hunter in our guild hates Beast Mastery, but it's too good. So he plays it anyway, but he finds it really dull. He hates playing Beast Mastery because it's not a very interesting spec. And if the encounter doesn't require him to do something else, he's bored throughout the encounter, which is not a good thing. So I think it kind of backfired. Because in Mr. Pandaria, if we had a single target fight that, you know, nowadays would be really boring, you had something to do with your class, whether it be snapshotting or trying to just line up your trinkets and cooldowns. We don't really have that now. And I think it's just another thing that pushed me away from doing DPS and being a damage dealer to healing. Because as a healer, you will do whatever it takes to keep people alive. It doesn't matter what you do. If you have to burn all your mana within a minute, you're gonna do it because it will keep people alive. And that's why I find it exciting, because it always changes. You are always doing something different. And that's really cool in my opinion. Now, of course, you have to bear in mind that this is just my view of the situation. It's my opinion. Because I enjoyed the Pandaria way of dealing damage, which was you have an interesting class and you have to pay attention to that class to play it properly and to do good damage. And you have to do good damage to kill the boss. But we also have really interesting boss fights, and the boss fights, the encounters in Mists of Pandaria were top-notch. Alright, in Warlords of Draenor they're even better, but because we have somewhat duller classes and some classes lost their flavor, it really shows when you have a boss fight that's not as good as the other ones, because people, at least from my experience, will get bored. Also, on a completely unrelated note, I think it's a stupid idea to balance classes around their set bonuses. And believe it or not, it's going on. This is going on. You are being balanced around your set bonus. Just look at Fire Mages. Fire Mages are so shite without a set bonus. But once they get their set bonus, they're really good. I don't know why they would do it this way, because it completely breaks PvP, you know, which it's shambles. I'm a Resto Druid. I know a thing or two about being OP in Warlords of Draenor. You cannot kill me. And I can actually kill you just by spamming Wrath and Moonfire. So, but I don't know. It's just weird to go this far towards PvE when a huge portion of the player base does PvP. Just focusing classes around a set bonus that comes from PvE just doesn't seem smart. But that's it for this video. I thank you all for watching. Please leave your answer to my question in the comment section below. It would be very lovely if you do so. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.